All right, Wall fans, and all right, especially Brewery fans. That's right, it's your boy, the one and only Sean O'Rourke, coming at you with another Go Tell to the Brewery beer review. Now, for this edition, I gotta be honest, I have a beer that I am not particularly fond of. I don't want to say it's not my cup of tea. It's not usually something I go for, but we have reviewed another brew from this particular brewery, and I wanted to put this one on anyway, not because it's still a great beer. It's just not for me personally. It's one of those things. However, I would say if you're a fan of blonde ales, kind of golden ales, this one's going to be right up your alley. And that would be the Mississippi Blonde Ale. Mississippi Blonde Ale from Bent River Brewing Company. Bent River Brewing Company, they are out of Moline, Illinois. We've talked about them before. If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, we had their Steamboat IPA on previously. And again, I'm just not a huge fan of blondes. However, if you are, this is a tasty blonde. It's a pretty complex blonde, I would say. In fact, they say at Bent River Brewing Company that this is their second most popular beer. Second most popular. I'm not sure what their first most popular is, but it makes sense because this is a nice, like, summer, easy drinking beer, Mississippi Blonde Ale, especially if you're doing some, like, daytime hot weather drinking. I would recommend this one. Personally, I don't go for blondes a lot, but if you do, if you like a blonde ale, check them out. Bent River Brewing Mississippi Blonde Ale. If you remember, they are out of Moline, Illinois. Moline, Illinois. They've been around since the 90s, if I'm remembering correctly. So they've been around for a while, and I really enjoyed their Steamboat IPA. It's something I would definitely get for myself many times over. This one, I'm enjoying it, but I wouldn't say that it's something I would buy for myself personally. But if you're a fan of golden ales, blonde ales, right up your alley, Bent River Brewing Mississippi Blonde Ale. So check them out. Check them out. I'm not even sure what to compare it to. I usually like to compare it to things. Personally, if I'm going for a blonde, I usually go for like a Firestone 805. It's a little bit lighter. This is a little more complex than that. So if you're looking for some extra flavor in your blonde or your golden ale, right up your alley, right there. Just not necessarily something I would get like all the time. So I recommend it if that's what you're into. Check them out. Mississippi Blonde Ale from Bent River Brewing Company. They're out of Moline, Illinois. Going to be a little difficult to find, I think, if you're on the West Coast. This is one that I had to get through shipments and subscriptions and everything else. But if you're in the Midwest or you have the means, definitely check out Bent River Brewing Company. I've had a couple of their beers, and none of them have disappointed. I wouldn't buy a bunch of these for myself, but it's still a great, tasty beer. I'm just not a blonde fan. I got blonde hair, not a blonde ale fan. But it's a tasty beer, especially if you're in like hot weather during the day. Check them out. Bent River Brewing out of Moline, Illinois. I'm enjoying it to the extent that I can a golden, a blonde ale, you know. But I think you will. You might. I don't know. Who knows? But we, as usual, with Go Tell to the Brewery, we're just having some fun. We're talking about beers, stuff we might like, compare it to other things, and this would be one of the blonde ales that we have. So, check out Bent River Brewing out of Moline, Illinois. This one particularly, the Mississippi Blonde Ale. We have also had the Steamboat IPA, so check them out if you're an IPA fan. I really enjoyed that one because I'm an IPA fan. And remember, Wall fans, no matter where you're drinking, no matter what you're drinking, no matter who you're drinking with, and especially no matter why you're drinking, always drink with common sense.